Prepared. Leah's like, what? How many years? You've been retired longer than Leah's been alive, right?
Oh, that means she's only 8 years old.
Oh,
Ron's
wow.
really old. One of the two. He's on a roll, isn't he?
Just sage wisdom. She didn't even buy me a cup of coffee the other day. Nope. I know. I had to go to I had to go to our neighbor to the northeast, to the round table of the Wilsons. It's like King Arthur's court. All right. Well, we will call the work session to order. We're going to have a discussion on banking services. Thankfully, we have a banker here, a former banker of 43 years, retired and ready to ask Rick all sorts of questions. So we'll turn it over to you.
Good evening, Mayor and board members. Tonight, we're going to have a very quick little presentation on banking services. First page here, the Missouri statute for fourth-class cities doesn't really give a timeline that we're supposed to go out and solicit our bids for banking services. It basically says periodically. We have been with Central Bank now for 6 years. During the 6 years, there's not been a contract per se. We didn't go for 3 years and then add a year. We both looked at the contract. I was kind of amazed on my side. So Central Bank was on their side. We did not build in a time frame for this contract with Central Bank. So they know that we are going out for bid as well. Looking at the time frame, after tonight, we'll take one more look at the bid tomorrow and release it onto our website. I'll probably reach out to a few banks locally here and let them know that this has been released. The next date that we will have is April 30th. That is the deadline for questions for the banks to ask. Then on May 8th, we will release all of those questions so everybody can see what everybody's asked and the answers to those. So everybody's on the same playing field. On May 22nd will be the due date. On June 4th, we will make a decision with the city's intent. And then on June 17th, we will have a work session presentation, just kind of going over how we made the decision, and then award the banking contract in the regular session. And then we anticipate October 1st for the new contract. We have a couple things going on over the summer, such as changing our credit card processing. I'd like to get a lot of that stuff done and out of the way before we change banks as well. This will also give us plenty of time to reach out to our vendors and contractors that we are changing banks if we do change banks. A couple of the required qualifications that we put into the proposal is being insured by the FDIC, to make sure that there is a full service branch within the city limits, to make sure they are a member of the Federal Reserve, which is basically comes down to electronic banking, security. Everything is electronic, real time. Provide 100% collateralization for our demand account, which is our checking. Currently, we have 19 million in our checking account. And we also have 4 CDs with Central Bank. All that would have to be collateralized. Next, provide credit information with one of the big 3 credit agencies. And then to be able to provide all the services that we require within the branch, so they can't go out to a third party and have them be part of the services that we receive. looking at the decision-making process. What we plan on doing is having a small board. It'll be myself, Cynthia, and we're probably gonna look for 2 board members to join this team. We will look over all of the contracts, the evaluation, that second box there, just make sure that the qualifications have been met, that they can provide the requested banking services, take a look at the optional banking services, and then also any of the value-added services that they can provide to us that we did not ask for. And then probably one of the more important things will be the interest rate calculation. I would anticipate most of the banks may have a different theory on how they calculate our interest rate, and that'll be a big determination. And that is it. So I guess I'm asking for a couple board members, possibly.
Well, my recommendation was the ward that has no banks in it, which is Ward 2. So makes it, there are no banks in Ward 2, therefore. they don't have to-
Yeah, Mayor, I would concur with that. I think
You got some experience
Alderman
in Ward
Wilson
2, and
Russell would be good for that.
there you go. Unless anybody else really wants to dig into some bank documents. Leah's shaking her head no. Those terms and conditions, you don't want to read them page by page and all that.
What you're missing.
You'll find a typo. Guarantee.
Calculations.
All right.
So Rick, do you need anything else from us as a board?
I do not believe so. We will come back and give you our recommendation. And go from there.
Any other questions for Rick? We'll let him off that easy.
We really just wanted to make sure that the board had this information and we had the public discussion of the process that we're going through.
Sounds good. Well, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the work session.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn work session.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning the work session, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Stand adjourned until 7 o'clock.
I'm so cold. It was so warm in the back there and we came out here and it was like